Have you ever shared a big dream with everyone, and then noticed how slowly the motivation disappeared? Sometimes, when we talk too much about our plans, they lose their power. Let me tell you a story. In a small village, there lived a young man named Simon. Simon had big dreams. Every week, a new idea excited him. One week he wanted to open a shop, the next week he planned to learn pottery, another week, he dreamed of building a house. But Simon had one habit that always stopped him. Before starting anything, he told everyone. He walked through the market and announced, "I will open the biggest shop in this village." People clapped, they smiled, they praised him. Simon felt important, he felt successful. That night, he slept peacefully. But the next morning, when it was time to work, the energy was gone. Days passed, the shop never opened. Soon, Simon had a new dream. He gathered people in the village square and said, "I will become the best potter. Everyone will buy from me." Again, people encouraged him. Again, Simon felt proud. And again, he never touched the clay. This pattern continued for years. Simon announced dreams. People celebrated his words. But nothing in his life changed. Inside, his heart grew heavy. He felt ashamed and confused. One evening, Simon sat alone near an old well. An elder from the village approached him. The man was quiet and humble. People respected him, but he rarely spoke. He sat beside Simon and asked gently, "My son, why do you look so troubled?" Simon sighed, "I have many dreams, but I never finish anything. I don't know what's wrong with me." The elder nodded slowly. "Tell me, what do you do when you get a new idea?" Simon replied, "I tell everyone. I want them to know. I want them to be proud of me." The elder smiled softly, "Come with me tomorrow morning." The next day, they met in the elder's small garden. The elder held 2 seeds in his hand. He gave one seed to Simon, "Plant this seed." Simon dug a small hole and covered it with soil. Then the elder held the second seed high in the air and called nearby children, "Look everyone. Soon this seed will become a great tree." The children clapped and smiled. The elder placed that seed on a rock. Days passed. The elder quietly watered the seed in the soil. He said nothing about it. Slowly, a small green sprout appeared. Week after week, it grew stronger. The seed on the rock dried in the sun. Birds pecked at it. Soon, it disappeared. The elder turned to Simon and said, "A seed needs silence to grow. It needs darkness. If you leave it in the open and talk about it, it dies." Simon felt something shift inside him. The elder continued, "When you share your dreams too early, your mind feels rewarded before the work is done. Praise replaces effort. Words steal the energy meant for action." Simon finally understood. That night, he made a decision. He chose one small goal, to build a wooden chair. This time, he told no one. Every evening, he worked quietly. Some days were hard, some days were slow, but there was no pressure, no expectations, only work. Weeks passed, the chair took shape. When it was finished, Simon sat on it. For the first time, he felt real pride, not from words, but from effort. Soon, people noticed his work. They were impressed, but Simon had already moved on to his next project. In silence, years later, Simon became a skilled craftsman. He never announced his plans, he only showed results, and that changed everything. Now ask yourself, how many dreams have you spoken too early? How much energy was lost in words? Keep your dreams quiet, protect them, let your work speak when it's ready, because the world doesn't need to hear what you're building. It only needs to see what you've built.